I think some stalls are still open. It has a bit of a sad feel.
Got the sad music in the background.
Yeah, maybe if I go and listen really, I'm like, oh shit,
That's the background
soundtrack.
music. For illustration's sake, like a 5-minute ride in the, not even the bumper car, but just on a little Jeep. 5 minutes was $15.
What?
That's why I went there, I was like, okay, we're going to sit like one ride and then after that we're going home.
Then the scary thing is, in this new era of US first, the whole nativist Trump thing, this might be a resurgence.
Yeah.
And if you think about Abercrombie and Fitch, suddenly they're calling each other, hey, you know, all those campaigns we want to run last time. Bring it up. Now can. Now can. So we all know that making friends and clicking with new people is always hard. I'm sure everyone has been to an event where you just don't fit, suffering from too much small talk and wishing you could just be home, Netflix and chilling. And this would be even worse for work events. But it won't be the case at an event that we've been talking about quite often, and that is eCommerce Expo DMEXCO Asia, the region's most powerful and kick-ass event for digital commerce, marketing and tech. Because the team organizing it doesn't leave networking to chance. They know how painful it can be, which is why they make sure that if you attend, you'll get to meet people who are like-minded and also want to do epic stuff. You'll get to meet founders, heads of marketing, digital leads, and also experience guided tours, closed-door sessions, and private networking zones where you can skip all the small talk. The speaker lineup is also stacked with brands like Google Pixel, the Hershey Company, 3M, Ninja Van, and Rakuten. And they won't be focusing on fluff. They'll cover actual strategies that you can bring into your life and work. Now, it's all happening October 8th and 9th at Marina Bay Sands across the entire Level 5. And yes, registration is totally free for all tech professionals. So hit the link in the show notes to grab your free pass and make sure to send it to everyone you know who might be interested. And now, on to the podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yala, your thrice weekly podcast where we talk about the hottest news with a touch of what, Terrence?
Good old humor.
Good old humor, man.
Yes.
How was the weekend, man?
Yeah, we're very close to SG60 NDP already. Right? Getting excited, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, hearing the planes flying by overhead. In any other country, hearing planes or jets scrambling so often is pretty scary.
Worrying
right?
sign.
Yeah. But for us, because there's a big
Saturday
party
again. We're in August.
Mm-hmm.
But you went to see the fireworks or something, is it?
No. I checked out the Bayfront event space. There's a carnival there. But I went on Sunday, so it was nothing to do with NDP at all.
Oh, but the carnivals and all, I mean, one of which is related to the first topic was there.
Yeah.
So you got the SDP...
SDP, wow. You just revealed your true colors.
The NDP. NDP feels. You got the NDP feels or not?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
you got the NDP feels.
I think the songs and all have finally made it their way into my playlist already. So I keep listening to Charlie Go's song. Charlie
Lim.
Charlie Lim.
Fuck.
Okay, that's not as bad as the gaff you made earlier.
Okay. We still Monday. Still Monday morning. Monday morning.
Charlie Lim and Kit Chan, yes.
Charlie Go perform at the SDP 60 celebrations.
yeah, correct. But yes, Charlie Lim. I mean, the song is growing on me.
Yeah, it's growing on me
a little bit. Yeah. I mean, did it help that Ben Keng released a SG60 version of his song from last year? Steal a bit of the thunder.
Yeah, why?
Because it's nice again.
It's nice.
This his SG60 edition is nice.
Yeah.
And it features some guests, so it's nice. But okay, I mean, I think it's more like everyone celebrating.
Soaking it in.
There's no competition.
We're not relaunching anything from last year.
Relaunching anything?
Yeah.
No, nothing. We just move on and forward.
Move on. But apart from that, the weekend was chill.
Yeah. Today's weather is amazing, right?
Yeah. Love it. I mean, even yesterday, second half, apparently the first half of August is going to see thundery showers almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Singapore weather was like that year round. It'd be like one of the top places to live.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
No, but I mean, I thought like this kind of rain you always say is inconvenient and all.
No, when have I said that? It's not inconvenient.
No, last time you say, it's nice, but you have to change plans and all that.
Yeah, you have to change plans, but I'm not against like wearing extra layers and things like that. In fact, it gives variety to life, we've had guests here who talk about how Singaporean men need to layer more and dress in a more fashionable manner by layering, right?
Yeah.
We don't even have an option to do that because of the heat in Singapore.
No, I love this weather. Remember what it makes me feel, Terrence?
What?
Melancholic. Remember? It is a melancholic weather. Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the world goes on and we still have news to talk about.
And rainy weather does bode quite bad for some of the people that we're talking about.
Yeah, true.
But yes.
The regular spiel before our topics is if you enjoy the podcast, please remember to follow us on social media. We are on TikTok, Instagram, Reddit. And we upload a lot of content, Telegram as well. So please click on the link in the show notes. And if you want to work with us,
make sure you email us at contact@ministryoffunny.com or check out ministryoffunny.com. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, the first topic, very related to what you just mentioned.
Yes, that's right.
And it is a video that went viral on TikTok, made by one of the vendors, Hazel Chen from Crazy Corn Dog, which is a stall at the Bayfront SG60 food fair, which is what you went to on Sunday, right? So just one day ago, which is what I was also around on Saturday because of the NDP event. And it went viral because she painted a very dire picture of what it feels like to have a stall there. And it was like a 1-minute video. I think as of Monday morning, 4th August, it is about 720,000 views on TikTok. And essentially, she said, it's very tough and they don't know what they're going to do. The rental for the space is $500 a day. But aside from the first day where they made like $560, every other day is just double-digit sales, which is insane. And then she went around to ask a few other vendors. One auntie sold like only 1 packet. Another stall only sold 2 servings. And she said that, the event... she hinted that the event didn't market themselves very well and she doesn't know what else to do. So there's been a few articles that have been written. Apparently that people who watched the video did come across to patronize the stalls. The organizers have responded saying that they have actively been addressing the issue. They've already invested over $30,000 in advertising over Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Red Note to promote this event. But the outcome has fallen short of their expectations. But what made you want to talk about this, aside from the fact that you were actually there?
The fact that this video has gone so viral and, there's a confluence of a lot of things that we talk about on this podcast, right? About rents for our F&B outlets, about the lack of interesting, fun things to do for Singaporeans, options for nightlife for Singaporeans. And about the landlords and the rent that they charge as well, right? Is it killing everything? These are young business owners who are trying to make things work, and the fact that I think they're so transparent about how little they've been earning over the last few days or so, that's what has contributed to the virality of this video. People don't, until you put the numbers in front of them, just saying business is not good, it's not enough to get virality. But because they put like their daily earnings, and they even went around interviewing other vendors and, thankfully censoring out the faces, but interviewing them to ask how much they sold as well. I think that's why this video has gone viral and has triggered a lot of discussions about, do we really, people are also asking, do we need to help these vendors, or is it just purely a commercial decision that they've made that now they have to suck it up?
Yeah, because you see that online saying, the cost, you are taking a risk, so don't complain now. And the reason why it's 10K is because I think they get the stall for 20 days. Because it started and it'll end on 10th August, I believe.
Yeah, but also one interesting detail is that you watch the video, if you turn up the volume and listen to the background music, it's like they chose the saddest background music they could get. Like, you think about videos about carnivals and all that, usually it's happy, enjoying, and like kids running around. But this almost feels like they're filming this video in a war zone like that and begging for donations.
No, because I think everyone on social media, you have been scrolling, once in a while, you see this plea for humanitarian aid or donations, and the music is damn sad. This one, the music is damn sad.
And it's at a carnival.
With bright lights and all that.
SG60,
So, when you saw this video, given that you went there this past Sunday, I don't know when the video was uploaded. Before
1st August.
Oh, so 31st July.
31st July. Okay.
So how would you summarize the feel of the event? Because you literally went to the fair and you even ate something, right?
Actually, you've been there for a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
How would you describe what this event is?
So, I mean, for those who didn't listen to the previous episode, I'm co-emceeing an event that is right next door. So there is Uncle Ringo, Uncle Ringo is part of this, and right next to it is the Safra Bayfront celebration. So the only time I pass this is when I'm reporting for duty, and when I'm going home. And it did strike me as okay, that's interesting, but the vibe's a bit dead.
You've not partook in any of the stuff.
Because I mean I have to be at the Safra event by like 3+, which is damn hot. And I'm okay. Then when I'm leaving it's like 10, which is about closing time already. So I don't have the best objective view of what it's like when it's at its peak hours. But whenever I walk past at 10, it does. I think some stalls are still open. It has a bit of a sad feel.
Got the sad music in the background.
Maybe if I go and listen really, I'm like, oh shit, that's
the background music. But I mean, I think that is one issue. Like even planning to go there, I only know about it because I passed by on the way to Marina Bay Sands for another event. Then I realized, there's this festival going on there. I remember, you are hosting something related to that festival there. So that's where I saw it. And then I think because I saw that there were kiddie rides, Uncle Ringo rides on it. So I was like, I thought I'd bring my kid there, right? But the thing is, you try to look for information about it. I don't even know what the exact name of this festival is, I think I looked up Uncle Ringo, and that's when I saw on Uncle Ringo's Facebook about, when's it open and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So it turns out after doing a little bit of like digging around, then you realize that this is, it is the Singapore National Day Food Festival 2025, organized by the Singapore Night Bazaar. And I believe Uncle Ringo is part of this thing. But on Uncle Ringo's site, it's called Carnival by the Bay. So there's a lot of different names for this one event. I'm not even sure like what exactly is the official name of the event.
On Asia One, the article says poor business at Bayfront SG60 Food Fair.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the Quasi Condog Instagram page, they say Uncle Ringo Carnival. What the hell is going on?
Yeah. So I was really quite stumped as to which carnival is this. But I wanted to go for the Uncle Ringo rides. That's why I followed what the Uncle Ringo example said.
Yeah.
But I mean, for you, were you aware that what the name of the event was, even though you're right next to it,
I think I saw like... No, actually I didn't. I was like, okay, I was confused because I was like, is this part of Uncle Ringo? Or not part of it? And the one thing that I realized is that the Bay Area gets super packed, right? But this one is almost free to enter.
It is, yeah.
Which is a bit weird because that means during the fireworks, this place is probably packed because everybody's jostling for a view. But then they're not buying. I guess that's the issue. But I think the biggest thing, first and foremost, because when you listen to the account of that vendor owner, I can imagine some people thinking, even for me, it's like, yeah, but $500 a day is a bit steep.
Yeah.
And if you want to see this as a marketing cost, should you just rely on the event organizer themselves to market it? I don't think so. But then when we were doing research for this, it's damn hard to find anything online.
Yeah.
Like you would imagine the basic is have a page or an Instagram account that lists the different vendors.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and they say they spent 30K on social media advertising. Of course, they got some shitty ass videos of people just like, you want to see fireworks and the magics of the fireworks and all come.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, that video, I don't know how much traction it got, but it still doesn't say the name.
Yeah.
And it's very weird. I think, okay, so the one video that is on TikTok that has the banner National Day Food Festival has 1.6 million views, but I think they just threw a lot of ads at it.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa, shit. It's weird.
Yeah. And I mean, so that is, I think, all the online marketing or the online presence of the fair, right? I think we all agree that there's no one unified online presence or branding or marketing for it. But when you walk into the event, that's when I still don't really know what exactly it is, because the biggest neon sign there, it just says Singapore Night Bazaar.
Oh, so it does say and Singapore Night Bazaar is the company that organizes these events.
Yeah, so that big neon sign where you stand in front of it and take pictures of it, it says Singapore Night Bazaar. It doesn't say like whatever it is, like SG Food Festival or something like that. So it gets very confusing, right? It gets confusing for people, and if people are confused, they won't want to risk going all the way there. Which the location also, it's right next to that public car park, public open air car park for Marina Bay, right? That place is always packed, right? So you don't want to take a risk, even if you have a car, to drive there and then, not able to find parking. Then you have to park somewhere else really far away or more expensive and all that, right? So people have to plan to go to these things. They're not exactly that easy to get to, especially with our slightly with our weather being a bit more unpredictable these days, right? So that's why I felt like it's so even the physical space itself, like there's no like one entry point where it's very clear that this is the entry point or what. You can enter from the back, you can enter from the front. So it's just I didn't even know whether the fair was really open. When I passed by in the afternoon, I came back later in the evening, and it was definitely open. But apparently in the afternoon, it's supposed to start business at 2 p.m. But I remember when I walked past at 2+, it was still like half awake. Like a lot of the floats and stuff were not, the bouncy castles and all were still not inflated yet. Yeah. So it just has this whole really sleepy, like not very sure is it really open kind of vibe to it. And the other thing is also, if you're calling it a food festival, a Bayfront food festival, to be honest, there's not that many like variety of options, right, in terms of food there. There are stores they're all selling different things, and thankfully they're showcasing some local vendors, but they also stores selling Thai iced tea and different things like that that I don't think originate from Singapore. So not saying that it has to be all Singapore food, but if it's a food festival, the options just don't seem that special or different from anything else.
So what do you eat?
I had a Ramly burger.
From very
Malaysia.
Singaporean.
Doesn't need to be. Food festival doesn't need to be Singaporean. But if you're marketing it as a food festival, an SG60 food festival, right? I would have thought there'd be some more focus on, Singapore stuff from Singapore. So but it's just a mishmash of a lot of different types of food.
I mean, on their Instagram or TikTok, they kind of say this is our honor to keep the Singapore's legacy on the night market. So English grammar also not the best.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're looking at their page and all. So they are clearly not someone who is just doing this for the first time.
Yes.
If you go to their page, they have actually organized a lot that have been pop-ups or somewhat permanent installations. And just like something that I have gone to is the Plaza Food Fair at PLQ Plaza. So it's a bit weird because on a few things, right? First of all, you look at their account, they are not noobs at this. They kind of know what works because I've been to the PLQ Plaza Food Fair and I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Then they also kind of like if you think about the prices, right? Yes, it is way more expensive than Pasar Malam's last time. But the Ramly burger you got was like $6, right?
Yeah.
Which is again less than what I thought they are sold at like food fairs like this. And the location where it's at, it is right next to MBS. Because after the event, right, if I'm hungry and all, there's really no place to just get a snack.
Yeah.
So if I'm walking, it feels like a good option. Then there's also been other events here, like I think Invade, Gastro Beats and all.
They've been packed to the brim.
So what is going on here? And it feels like the biggest thing is that maybe it is on the organizer because no one knows about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very inaccessible. No?
It's not.
You come out from Bayfront MRT, you just walk through, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes you can reach.
Yeah. I wasn't saying it's inaccessible. I'm saying that, but you need to plan to go there, right?
Yeah, and you need to know. You need to know what's there. If I recall, even Gastro Beats and Invade, you can literally check what are the stalls that are going to be there. And I think if they don't do it, also then it feels like an obvious thing to do. So in this case, as much as like my initial thought was like, hey, but $500 a day is a big risk. If it doesn't pan out, it's on you. It feels like the organizers have done a shit-ass job.
Yeah. And I think, it's alongside the Uncle Ringo Carnival rides, right? But I do think there's a bit of a price discrepancy between, the food that you can get there and the rides themselves. Because I took some of the rides with my kid and all, and the rides are very, very expensive. And if the rides are meant to attract more people, more families to go there, right? the discrepancy between the cost of the rides and what the cost of the food is, it's quite big lah. And so the whole branding also just feels a bit strange, because it's like, wow, you come to sit such an expensive ride, and then but the food here is, I mean, the food okay lah. It's good that it's more affordable, but I'm just saying that one of the attractions, if they are working with the Uncle Ringo Carnival and the attractions are so expensive that it's impossible for someone with 2 kids or 3 kids to take multiple rides, right? Then there's not a lot of attraction to actually sit there and have dinner either, lah, right? It's not the kind of thing where, let's take this ride, then let's take that ride, or let's take turns and things like that. And then somewhere in between, sit down, eat. It's like, this one I went there, I was like, okay, we're going to sit like one ride, and then after that we're going home. Because that's how much it is. I mean, for illustration's sake, like a 5-minute ride in not even the bumper car, but just on a little Jeep that goes around the bumper car arena, because I think there wasn't enough demand for the bumper car.
So it's not bumper cars, it's just a Jeep.
It's just a Jeep that goes slowly around a bumper car arena. 5 minutes was $15.
What the hell?
So I was like, wow, that's really expensive. And I say this only because just in April or May, I was in Perth. And I think right next to the harbour, I went to one of these fairs, spring fairs or something like that. And I remember the cost there, even in Perth is not exactly cheap in terms of cost of living, right? But they have one of these temporary fairs. They're also very Uncle Ringo-like. And the fairs, you take a bumper car for 5 minutes, $6-7, equivalent to Singapore dollars. $6-7. So it's about half the cost of what.
And there's a bumper car.
It's a bumper car with a hardcore bumping each other, and then, a lot of loud music and all that as well. This one, everything was there were not enough people to justify setting up the bumper car, so they just left them parked there.
Oh my God, they were there. The bumper car was there.
Yeah, so it was just it became the kind of okay, we'll take one ride and we'll go home, So you wouldn't end up staying or, chilling out and all.
Just to correct you, it wasn't take one ride and go home. You told your son, no more rides for you, I'm going to get my Ramly burger. That's what you did. You chose Ramly burger over another ride for your son.
No. The Ramly burger, we all shared it as a family.
Oh, okay.
So this was post-dinner. We already had dinner already.
Okay.
But I would have imagined actually the vibe would have been nice if there was if you felt like there were a lot of different things that you could do.
No, but even then, you realize the rides are expensive when you go there.
Yeah, exactly.
But that means people should still be going there.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
There's not enough. There's nothing to really draw
you went
in.
Because why? You wanted to go to Uncle Ringo.
Yeah.
But you didn't know this night bazaar was next door.
I knew there was a night bazaar kind of thing, but I was there primarily for the rides.
But how did you know that Uncle Ringo was happening?
Because I passed by, going to MBS for another event.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you didn't even hear it from elsewhere. You happened to walk by and you saw it.
Pass by. Yeah. So that was the thing. I on the same day I had gone to another event at MBS that was packed with people. It was the Singapore Pet Festival or something. Right? And that one you had to pay to enter, and it was packed. It was a lot of people. And I think even Crazy Condog had a booth there or something like that, according to what I was reading. And so it's not so much about the location, but it's just knowing that there's an event there, and what you said, knowing what you can actually do there as a family.
Yeah.
So for me, I knew, I can go to this pet festival. I can bring my dogs, which yesterday was raining, so I'm also being able to walk around my dogs indoors was a big attraction. So I made the plans to go there, and but this night festival one was you go there and then you're like, oh shit, everything is so expensive, and I mean the rides are so expensive, and the food's meh, and then you end up not spending a lot of time there. Even though, credit is that it's quite chill because it's not so crowded and there were seats and everything. So in that sense, and then there was a small band playing music, but it's just the vibe was just everything's just cobbled together.
That's why it's very odd because it got so crowded in front of the Bay Area that even outside MBS they had to put the metal, the crowd barriers and all that. And when when my wife left the event on Saturday at about 9ish, they closed Bayfront MRT.
Yeah.
They closed it because of the crowd.
The crowd, yeah.
So the crowd is there.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because even me when I walk past, I was like, wait, what is this thing? It's a bit confused. Never mind, I'll just go to whatever cafe I can find downstairs to get a bun or something.
Yeah.
So it just feels but it's very weird because the view of the fireworks in the Bay is so nice. So I would imagine this place would be packed. And if it's packed, maybe you just suck thumb, you get one Ramly burger, one drink, it's shocking that they're like one day they made $14.
Yeah.
So they sold 2 corn dogs.
Yeah.
The whole day. That is crazy.
But you think it's also the fault of all the vendors and everything, that maybe people feel like all this food is overpriced, and it feels like almost like profiteering from the fact that you get the best view of the fireworks at Marina Bay, but then you walk in and like, so expensive,
I don't know, like you look at other fairs and other pasar malams, like the one at the PLQ Plaza, I think the prices are the same.
Or even more, right? Maybe.
Yeah, and that one always has people. Yeah. And you think about it, like if you're there, right, the closest option for food that is not going to tear a hole in your pocket is what? The MBS food court.
Toast box at MBS.
I mean, the bun, right the bun. But apart from that, right, everything else, Arabica is like what, $9 coffee?
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel too different, lah. Something a bit odd, lah. Something a bit odd. And this one, I think the marketers of the event have done a really shit job, lah. Because like what you say, even you walk past, there's nothing that, hey, what is this thing? Like the one at PLQ, it is kind of a spectacle. There's like a tentage of, I think, 10 stalls.
Yeah.
In the middle, there's the grass, the artificial grass patch and the benches, which is what they have here also. No one knows about it.
I mean, we're not here to instruct other business owners on how to run events properly. Because they're probably more experienced than us.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a bit odd.
And I would say that the lack of even being able to find the name of the event, like one page or one link or one site that tells you what is going on at this event, that could have only happened in the 90s or something. Now, in this day and age, you have to be very, very clear with your branding and your marketing for the event.
Yeah. And maybe there's some stuff that we are not aware of, because it does feel like an anomaly. And even if you were to argue that, okay, everyone knows it's NDP, people are not going to town. The fact is there are so many people there.
Yeah.
So it's a bit odd. I mean, it's still going to be happening all the way till this Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully the crowds pick up. Hopefully the vendors can at least break even.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a whole broader discussion of what night markets have become. Because when I was young, I remember I loved going to night markets, man. Loved it. You can get all the computer games.
Yeah.
Then you can get like a Ramly Burger, of course.
But you think you feel bad for the vendors, especially the crazy conduct that made the video and everything? Has it changed?
I mean, I still feel bad. Still feel like $500 a day for 20 days, 10K. I feel bad for them. But also there's that risk that you take when you do stuff like this, lah.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, then I feel bad. But the organizers also, are they wrong? I don't know what was committed. I don't know whether when you sign up, they're like, expose 2 videos and all that. I don't know.
No, but I think if anything good that came out of this is that it showed them the power of viral video marketing, right? Their video has gotten a lot of clicks, now crazy conduct, like the fact that we even know the name without looking at the name of the business. Something clicked for them,
Yeah.
So, maybe that's something they can build on, making more sad videos about how sad the
music track. The music track.
They should just go to every pasar malam and make a sad video about it.
No, honestly, because the linked article also to the Asia One article is, I'm worried that I can't make back money I put in. Vendors facing sky-high rents, cutthroat competition at Geylang Serai Ramadan Bazaar.
Yeah.
So it's the thing,
She can become like the influencer to make your event look damn as sad as possible.
She's like, on a level of 1 to 10, how sad you want the music to be? It's true, man. It's true.
She could make more than 10K easily that way as an influencer. She has a talent for this.
Yeah, all the vendors there just make more sad videos. People will come.
Yeah, they market it as Singapore's saddest night bazaar.
We cry for Singapore. That's why it's saddest. Then there's the whole theme,
Yeah.
Make the lights a lot more somber. Use fluorescent lights, not yellow lights. Walao. Crazy.
But I mean, if anyone's in the area,
go and show some support.
Yeah, of course, there's they put fairy lights and everything up. So actually, it's quite nice to take pictures.
Yeah.
It's nice for pictures. So I was also very puzzled how empty it was on a Sunday night, 6:30 p.m.
Oh, so you went at 6:30, it was empty.
But not necessarily empty, but the fact that I could find a seat, I could...
But were there people standing at the Bayfront watching? Because the NDP celebrations would have started already.
No, but this was Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
So No fireworks, yeah. So I went on a non-fireworks day to kind of just see what it's like.
Oh, okay.
You were there at the peak.
Yeah, the peak. Oh, yeah. La. So, but even then, it still feels like, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd.
Could
do more, man.
Yeah. But yeah, talking about marketing and advertising, the next story we're going to talk about, they got no issues getting coverage about the marketing and advertising they're doing, right?
In fact, a little too much coverage.
A bit too much.
And it is the whole controversy around a recent American Eagle Outfitters ad starring Sydney Sweeney, who has, I guess now she's one of the
it girls.
One of the it girls, right? She was she got fame in Euphoria. She's on White Lotus now, season 3, and the it girl. So she did a series of ads that came out, I think, within the past 1-2 weeks. And it's a play on the word genes, So GENES, i.e. genetics, and JEANS, i.e. denim jeans, So there's a series of videos, short videos that kind of show her dressing up in jeans and saying, I have good jeans. And the tagline is, Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. There's one video where she literally says a line as she's zipping up her jeans, that genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue. And then boom, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And then there's a video of her kind of putting up a poster in New York with the word GENES, genes, cancelled out and replaced with JEANS.
Yeah.
So that came out, it was unveiled on July 23rd. So since then, there's been a lot of attention. When did you first hear about it? Did you hear about the campaign first before the attention, or you caught only the attention?
No, the moment that people started flipping out about it, that's when I heard about it.
And why were they flipping out?
I mean, there were just basically a lot of commentators, like I think on Instagram and TikTok, who, like, for example, Payal for Style. She's I believe she's a lifestyle influencer / content creator who talked about beauty standards, how it took her a long time to accept herself having brown skin and black hair, to accept that, she also has good genes, right? And so a lot of people are just basically saying that it's a very almost racist advertisement, not even tone deaf, but like racist, in the way that when you talk about genes, it gets sensitive, because of eugenics and Hitler's obsession with genes and things like that, right? So that's where I first heard about it. But for you, was it in your daily Google updates of Sydney Sweeney that you got
the alert? The Google alert. No Google alert. But similarly, I saw YouTubers start making news videos about it. Even Philip DeFranco covered it, but more from a factual point of view, I mean, since it came out, there's been a lot of traction. I think even Trump weighed in, because over the past 48 hours, it's been revealed that she is a registered Republican. So when I read the quote from him, I thought someone was saying, oh, this is what Trump would say if he found out. But he literally did say, is she a Republican? Oh, she is? Then I think her ad is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, clearly he hasn't even seen the ad, or maybe he has. But as of today, also, American Eagles Outfitters has defended their ad with a Facebook post or Instagram post saying, Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE genes with confidence their way. Great genes look good on everyone.
So essentially they're doubling down, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's been all this riffraff, there's been all this chatter, but what do you know from the perspective of a Singaporean thousands of kilometers away? What are your thoughts, Terence?
I mean, Sydney Sweeney is very popular in Hollywood now, right? And the rest of the world, probably, we don't think about her politics. We just think of the her roles that she's acted in and things like that. So it does seem like a bit of a storm in the teacup. I mean, at least for me, like looking at it from Singapore, right? Because we don't actually see her ads plastered everywhere and things like that. And American Eagle doesn't even, I don't even think it has a presence here in Singapore.
Yeah,
It doesn't. So to us, it's like, I mean, I guess to me, it just seems like something very far away, and a big part of the whole cultural battle in the US going on now, especially with Trump as president and both extreme sides being either galvanized or emboldened to fight against the other side, right? So yeah, I mean, it's without understanding a lot more about the context of the culture wars in America now. This one it does strike me as like, whoa, like what a storm in the teacup, a big thing that actually really is not that huge a thing. Yeah.
But so you don't think American Eagles outfitters did anything wrong?
Did they? Okay, I do feel that now understanding a bit more the context of everything, and the fact that these ads are also like, you look at the videos, they're plastered all over New York City and all that, right? All these like very big billboards and things. It does sound a bit tone deaf in the America that we know of today, right? But I don't want to speak for Americans to say that they should be outraged by this. If anything, if I was the American Eagles marketing team, I would have thought of, okay, I would definitely should have seen this angle coming, right? And if I didn't want to have to face this angle, I would maybe have thought of having someone alongside Sydney Sweeney to launch this campaign, so that when we talk about great genes, it's not about just being white and blonde and blue-eyed that makes you have good genes, but any other kind of racial profile also that can be considered good genes.
Yeah.
Then maybe that will help them avoid the blowback. But the question is, do they really want to avoid this blowback, or are they purposely courting it?
Yeah. I mean, and another context to add on to what Terence said about us being so many kilometers away is that we're two dudes, right? We're two dudes talking about an ad that, I mean, it is targeting general public, but yeah, it features a woman, and in some way it is featuring women's clothes,
Yeah.
But going back to what they did is wrong. I mean, I think, do I personally think they did anything wrong? I don't think so. I think it is something that they definitely could have foreseen, and I think they probably did foresee it. So the bigger thing about this that feels like, okay, the new America that you mentioned, right? If you think about it, a few years ago, pre-Trump, this ad confirm would not be made this way. Because the climate, the political climate, the cultural climate, and how people have been emboldened and all, this ad would not have flown. The thing is, now it is being made. I still don't think they did anything wrong because it is an ad. It's a play on words. You can think it's a shitty ad, but they didn't do anything wrong. It's tone deaf. I mean, it's one of those things that for American Eagles outfitters to double down, to do it, it just shows that this new America that we are in, these sort of ads are okay.
Yeah. Well, you say that they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You're saying they didn't do, I mean, it's definitely not illegal.
It's not illegal. Yeah.
But
is it seditious? Is it...
Yeah. Let's say the ads were in Singapore and everything, right?
Yeah.
And it had the same tagline, right?
Yeah.
Would that change your perception of whether there was anything wrong?
Again, as an ad, I don't think it's anything wrong.
Yeah.
Is it an ad? If you ask me, would I prefer something that shows more than one?
Yeah.
Or one? I would say more than one.
Yeah.
But that one, it's hard to kind of quantify objectively, like this is good, this is bad. If let's say this was done in Singapore with a Chinese person, I'll be like...
exactly, yeah. Singapore with a Chinese person. You'd be like, what?
I'll be like, I mean, you just add a few more. But, I mean, they're not doing anything. But to me, the brand, how they are targeting it and all, then it just feels like, why like that? Yeah. And in Singapore, I don't think... do you think a brand would do this sort of ad in Singapore?
I think there have been some egregious examples of pretty bad ad campaigns in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
In fact, the one example I could think of from way back in the day actually features a friend of Yalabat, right? Do you remember there was some time ago where a certain cosmetic brand was marketing a whitening deodorant ad?
Oh, yeah.
And then they got our friend Muna Baghrib to star in the ad campaign, which I believe consisted of some funny videos and bus ads. And, it was very public and very visible. It was all over Singapore. And it was basically, there were a lot of images of Muna lifting her arm up and then people pointing out, hey, your armpits are dark, right? And then this whitening deodorant was meant to mitigate that issue for women, that if you've got dark armpits, you can use this deodorant and it'll make your armpits whiter and it won't look so awkward, right?
Yeah.
And that got a lot of flack, and eventually it was taken down and all because people are saying it's body shaming. And it also, especially the act of whitening your armpits and all that, right? There's this element of race to it as well, right? Skin color and race.
Yeah.
So that got taken down quite quickly. But do you think...
I think that one is slightly different.
Yeah. So that was what I was going to ask. Do you think that this is an equivalent for America for what that whitening deodorant thing was for Singapore?
I mean, okay, because the whitening thing also, there's also something in the Indian culture about fucking this brand called Fair and Lovely or something.
Okay.
So since young, I've always heard aunties and all talk about using Fair and Lovely and all this kind of nonsense ass shit. But why I think is very different is because that was taking like a supposedly darker armpit and making it white.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But let's say they took someone with white armpits.
Yeah.
And they say so-and-so has good armpits. But they never say she had formerly dark armpits that are now white because of our product. It's like, oh, she has fair armpits and these are good armpits.
Yeah.
It's not saying dark armpits are bad armpits, right? But so that's why that one felt like you're taking an existing skin color and making it brighter because that's better.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, Sydney Sweeney has good genetics.
Yeah.
But I mean, you also pointed out something about the dog that was featured, right?
Correct. I mean, so that's where the funny thing is about context also, right? Like, I wouldn't even think of it. I mean, because in one of the pictures that Sydney Sweeney did with the ad, like she is literally rolling around with a baby German Shepherd, puppy German Shepherd. And I don't know whether the marketing team deliberately wanted this, but I mean, a German Shepherd was like the favorite breed of Hitler and everything, right? So there's this whole the white and blonde and blue eyes, and she loves German Shepherds.
And she's Republican.
So I don't know how deliberate that was. Like they could have chosen any other dog breed in the world. They could even have chosen a white dog, like a white Japanese Spitz, with white fur or something. That might have come different. But German Shepherd, it's like such a specific choice that they made.
Yeah. I mean, even in the name, right? German, which, when you think about eugenics and all, the association. And I mean, just for people who think that might be a frivolous detail, like even for us, we're not Hollywood TV producers or anything, but we've made TV shows.
Yeah.
And whenever we think of a character name or a detail or a color or an animal, we always try to pack it with some sort of subtle meaning. Some innuendo or something like that. So in this case, my guess is that they totally knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they knew this was going to spark response like this. And I think their stock price even went up for a while before it did down. Because, recently, I think the past a couple of weeks ago, one of my One Shiok Things was this ridiculous video where Mehdi Hassan debated 20 far-right Republicans, far-right conservatives, right?
Yeah. I
think when you hear some of the things they say, they would love this ad. Because they will see their ideology in it.
Yeah.
And I think people who are on the extreme left, they will see this as like an affront on their ideology.
Yeah.
And that is the America that is now. I still don't think a brand would do something like this in Singapore. Because there's a bit more, awareness of the repercussions.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, in Singapore, even talking about genes can also be controversial, right? I mean, Lee Kuan Yew was known for saying things about graduate mothers and everything as well. So the whole discussion of eugenics and how it actually gripped intellectual circles in the 70s and 80s, that's how pervasive it was. That leaders, global leaders or world leaders like Lee Kuan Yew and all were even looking at these things as legitimate science and all that, right? So, in Singapore's context, even talking about genes could actually be more sensitive than we imagine. So it's not just confined to America.
Yeah.
But I totally echo your point that Sydney Sweeney has good genes. But there are also a lot of other, non-white actors or actresses or personalities that have good genes. Yeah. That could have been like, you put them together in this ad campaign, then nobody will make a fuss.
But then does that make us woke or not?
It does, yeah. By you look at the comments on the post, it's really like, great ad, ignore the haters. American Eagle not apologizing. You guys rock. Love how they're low key trolling the crybabies. That's essentially what they're saying,
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I was going to ask you also what the like those influencers are saying. Like, do you feel that in terms of like beauty standards for women or that if you're a young teenage Indian girl, growing up in Singapore, and you see ads like that, and do you think it'll turn you off or make you not want to, or make you aspire to that standard of beauty that American Eagle is putting out there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can't speak from my own experience because I'm not a Indian girl.
Correct.
But I do have a daughter.
Yes, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So if she grows up and see these kind of ads, I can imagine her interpreting it a certain way that is not positive. And then it becomes like, okay, yeah, it's like, okay, like when you have two kids and you keep saying, oh, this person is very good in studies, this person is very good in studies.
Yeah.
But that kid is good in studies.
Yeah.
But then you kind of don't kind of like, show some extra love and all to the other kid. They will see it a different way, and when it comes to different races also, if there's an ad like this, I mean, then like we'll need to communicate, okay, this is a company that is their ad, they can do what they want, but not only white people or not only Chinese people have good genes.
Yeah.
You also have good genes.
Yeah.
But there will be the extra step required. And because beauty standards now, like even for guys is already like a tip of the iceberg that women go through or girls go through.
Yeah.
I mean, I started reading Anxious Generation, and there are statistics to prove that girls have been affected so negatively by social media and all these beauty standards. It is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, and the thing is, like, people are saying like this. I mean, at least the more the ones who are really supporting the ad, they're saying like, wow, this is so great and everything. But actually, you think about it, these were basically the ads that were out there like in the 2000s or in the 90s and all that, with Calvin Klein underwear or jeans or whatever. American Apparel also was.
You mean with just white models, is it? Or?
Yeah. Or remember Abercrombie and Fitch? Remember those days when the models all had like, six packs and they were more often than not like white, and then there was always like one token like black person or non-white person, but most of them were white and blonde and good looking, right? And all those brands have basically fallen by the wayside, right? And they've sort of whether it's scandals or people just finding them outdated over time, they have paid the price for it.
Yeah.
So to say like American Eagle, wow, is bucking the trend, all that, I also don't think it's that like what they're doing now is like amazing. It's just that maybe they're galvanizing a lot of discussion or like a lot of controversy with this, but it might just be a short blip, and then after that the brand goes back to feeling like irrelevant, if they don't carry on and build on this. Because I went to look at their YouTube page, this is by far the last couple of years the most popular video. Everything else that they've done, got some million views here and there, but I also don't know how much of it is paid ads or whatnot, right? But none of the videos there were even significant or worth watching and all that.
But then the scary thing is, in this new era of US first, the whole nativist Trump thing, this might be a resurgence.
Yeah.
And if you think about Abercrombie and Fitch, suddenly they're calling each other, hey, all those campaigns we want to run last time. Bring it up. Now can. And that is a scary thing, because at the end of the day, 50% of the people voted for Trump, 50% of the people didn't vote. But the 50% who voted, this, and the car she drove off in one of those, I think it was a Mustang.
Okay.
Which is a very like American muscle.
I mean, the brand is American Eagle.
Yeah, so exactly, they're like, this is America, this is who we are,
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the new way forward for brands who want to appeal to the US market, which is scary.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like it might limit the mass appeal of the brand also, right?
Yeah.
If people realize that they don't identify with the values of the brand, I think over time that will just eat into your sales.
Yeah. But then if people who maybe didn't know and now want to, show their support for American Eagle Outfitters, then the company will do well.
I mean, last time when you've heard of American Eagle before this also, right?
But then there's also American something else that had some controversy.
American Apparel? Yeah.
American Apparel. Oh, that was the one that was the Netflix documentary.
Netflix documentary. That's my One Shiok Thing a few weeks ago. But American Eagle, you've heard about the brand.
Yeah, American Eagle.
I've always, I mean, even when I was in the US and everything, I always felt that it was a very like
American.
No, my American one thing, but just no one's really talking about it. A bit passe, like maybe even slightly older and things like that.
Yeah.
I guess now this is as relevant as they'll ever be for a while, right?
Yeah, and I mean they will capitalize on it. Then suddenly now they reveal the rest. Wow, they got multicultural minorities and all.
Correct.
Then fucking win.
Because I think there's a lot of talk about Jaguar as well. Last year when Jaguar did a rebranding.
But that was super woke, right?
Super woke, and they changed the logo away from a very masculine Jaguar and everything, right? Apparently the Jaguar CEO just stepped down.
Is it?
Yeah, just stepped down after the so-called woke rebrand sparked massive social media. This is Fox Business headline. Jaguar CEO steps down after woke rebrand sparked massive social media backlash and all. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, I think there's a saying, what, go woke, go broke, or something like that.
Yeah.
But now this is the reverse of that, right? They go all in go on for the MAGA crowd.
Yeah. Wow. Damn.
But interesting. But I do still feel like it's still something quite limited to the US in terms of the overall impact, right?
Yeah. So I mean, overall impact, but it's just a sign of more of this kind of things to come in the US, I believe.
But I don't. I mean, not that they particularly care, right? But I don't know about you, but my feelings about supporting American brands and all that in the last year or so has gone down a lot,
Like what kind of American brands?
So I mean, I make quite a conscious effort to read English books from non-American writers, because I'm a bit sick of hearing like the America-centric perspective of things already, whether it's fiction and especially when it comes to fiction and all that, right? But I mean, ultimately, I'm still educated in English language, so I do enjoy reading English stuff. But I just been making a conscious effort, like, oh, this one by American author, okay.
Oh, really?
I'll read it another time.
Serious?
Yeah, I really am like a bit.
Even if it's non-fiction?
Non-fiction, I still read because they still come from, they're talking about like anxious generation, they're talking about things that are global or going on around the world. But when it comes to like fiction, I don't want to read some novel set in some Midwestern town or something like that, like America, very, very steeped in Americana culture and all that, right? To me, it's like, I mean, you guys seduced and marketed the hell out of your brand and brought us all into it, and we're all invested in it. Suddenly you turn around and say, oh, no thank you, we don't want you here anymore. Then I fuck you lah,
Yeah.
Now we're so invested in it, I speak your language and I listen to your music and read your stuff and watch your movies and all. But suddenly the whole country is like turning around saying, we all don't want you here.
Yeah.
Okay lah, then we'll find other places.
I mean, in my mind also, the stereotype of what an American looks like now is like someone from the Midwest.
Yeah.
No longer the whole amalgamation of multiple races and all.
Melting pot.
Yeah, the melting pot. And it is weird lah. It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. Because now also, like, I mean, we got a chance to study there, right? But yeah, back then it felt like, wow, America is like really the land of the free and shit like that. Now it's like, yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Of course, being there, confirm New York, there's still like cosmopolitan, buzzing, but the feel of it being that far away is very different from how it used to feel.
Yeah. And the crazy shit going on there. I mean, just recently, I was quite fascinated. There was a shooting in Manhattan, right? Like in the middle of Midtown.
Yeah.
That was diagonally opposite where I used to work.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like literally, like I used to go to the Bank of America outlet there because I had a bank account there and all that. It was that building.
Is it?
Yeah, when someone just walked in with a rifle.
Oh, yeah.
And shot like 5 people.
Nuts, man.
Yeah. So it's just like, what the hell? I can't imagine being there on that day, like, just working and hearing that there's a mass shooting going on like in the building next door. That's the America that's being shown to the world right now.
And then also the case of all that nativist first, it made me think the stereotypical American is not this someone from the Midwest. It's actually like my ex-roommate from freshman year.
Oh.
Because when I remember there were two roommates, both American, but one guy was half Finnish so got some international thing. The hardcore American guy from Philadelphia, we met there for the first time and all, and I just said like the noob Asian person, guys, do you mind taking off our shoes before we enter the flat?
Yeah.
And the American guy just looked at me like, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life. And from that day, right, I could never get along with him. I could never get along with him because in my mind, I'm like, fuck you lah. Got like 2 billion people from Asia who do this. So he had never traveled out of Philadelphia, or out of the US. And it's just like that's who I think the America is now, lah.
Yeah. Where I mean, it's they used to. I mean, always seeing themselves at the center of the world, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But yeah.
Well.
Speaking of happier things, what is your one Shiok comment?
My one Shiok comment is wait, let me pull it up.
Can I pull mine up there?
Yeah, sure.
My one Shiok comment actually is all the comments that have come in over our last episode 696. Where we talked about the backlash over Mandarin taught university courses in Singapore. And I say, and I mean, not highlighting any one in particular, but I do really appreciate that people have been going on our Reddit and even our YouTube channel and all and commenting on the discussion that we had, right? And thankfully, it did not devolve into anything particularly angry amongst all the commenters. And I think a lot of them are, saying that they heard our differing perspectives on this, and they appreciate that discussion that we had, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just about like, oh, Terence is wrong, Harish is right, or vice versa or anything, but it's just really about the fact that we could balance all these different perspectives out there about the issue, and relate it to our own experiences, and also, I mean, like one comment was like, I really appreciate the discussion between Harish and Terence on the new Mandarin postgraduate courses, right? And they actually go into a lot of details. I learned a lot about the idea of like postgraduate education courses as well. And obviously they also pointed out certain things that I got wrong as well, about like that NUS is a public university, like fully public, like NTU, NUS and all. But at the same time, postgraduate courses are not subject to the same
funding
and restrictions for undergraduate courses. So all these are very interesting little nuances that there's no way we could have researched it in the time that we had to before we talked about it. But the fact that we managed to get this discussion going, and everyone's very civil about it. They're trying to hear the other side, and not saying outright like, Terence, you're a moron, you're a PAP dog or anything like that, but also hearing this perspective, or not calling you a woke tart or anything. Right?
I mean, after the episode we recorded, I was like, okay, this one going to be very polarizing. Both of us going to get scolded. But it actually was very civil. And they were saying, perhaps they can share their thoughts on this and that and that. Did they miss this out? I'm like, oh shit. Well done. Of course, on YouTube is the different story.
YouTube's always like that. But
yeah. So for me, my one Shiok comment, taking the America first approach and choosing a thread that is entirely about me and my daughter. There's someone posted aggressive-win-6361 started a thread on our Reddit titled, "Should Harish's daughter learn Mandarin?" And they went out to say, raise an interesting question which most of the Chinese majority do not think about. So even got different segments in the post. Should his daughter, a non-Chinese child in Singapore, learn Mandarin? And they even inferred that, Harish's kid is Indian, therefore to read Tamil as a mother tongue for at least 10 years from primary 1 to Sec 4 if higher Tamil is passed. H Junior. And then they went on to discuss like the circumstances that H Junior is going to face. And there were a lot of other comments also talking about it, which I'm like, wow, this is like free consultancy on what I should do for my daughter's language choices, man. Quite substantial discussions. From both majority and I guess minority as well. And some very practical, saying that, learning Chinese opens you up to business opportunities, media and all that. So very interesting.
And yours is an interesting case as well, because you're not even a native speaker of
Tamil,
right?
So when I was young, I couldn't take Tamil at my primary school because there was only Malay and Chinese. So I'm Sindhi, which is ethnic group that was partitioned by when India and Pakistan split. So Sindhis went around the world, my family came to Singapore. So the only reason I took Malay was because my mom was a Malaysian-born Sindhi and could speak some Malay. We had no idea what the hell Chinese was about, how to even learn Chinese, so that's why I took Malay. My mother tongue itself was not offered in schools, but I don't fault them because I was only Sindhi in my school. So if I wanted to take it, I would have to go once a week to Serangoon Road to take lessons. So I took Malay. So Tamil is not even an option. My wife is I guess she should know how to speak
Hindi.
Tamil. But she doesn't. She also took Malay. I mean, her mother tongue is Malayali. Malayalam. Malayalam. But she didn't take that. and she took Malay also. So this whole thing about second language, it is really a challenge.
Yeah. But let me know if you want to take like adult Chinese classes. Happy to point you.
You'll be the kind, like my friends in secondary school, tell me to say all these phrases that is like, I'm stupid. Once, one of my friends who listens to our podcast once in a while, he will know. After our school cross-country meet, he made me say, we were like, hey, we just finished, Then he told me, you should say something water into, no, what's stupid? Like starts with I, like, there's into ren, which is Indian, is it?
Yeah.
But he made me say like I am stupid. So I just went around, everyone saying then everyone was laughing, and if you're listening to this, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the same feeling you got when Tan Xilin was saying Cantonese in Parliament, everyone laughing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this is like, and McRitchie. Yeah. So that was I appreciate your offer, Terence, but I'll think very seriously about it.
But yeah, these nuances of language, it's not exclusive to a place like Singapore. I was just recently talking to somebody who, based in Singapore, and like he's Portuguese, right? But even the instruction of Portuguese also, there's a lot of nuances to it, and there are different accents, like there's the Portuguese accent, and like there's like a Brazilian Portuguese accent. And then if he wants to take Portuguese in Singapore, he wants his kid to learn Portuguese, he also has to decide like which type of Portuguese he wants to learn, because if he studies in Portugal, he's going to sound very strange if he speaks a Brazilian accent, and vice versa, and things like that, So it's really, I think these are things that as a young country, a lot of us, Singaporeans in this like post 1965 generation will have to grapple with that, right? Like what kind of, even learning Chinese also, like the fact that most teachers now come from mainland China. I would say that even a lot of these young kids are learning much more better, like more proper pronunciation of Chinese than we have as millennials growing up in Singapore. So even that is like a nuance to think about, even within the learning of a language, the kind of accent that you want your kid to have.
Yeah, now I think in the newer generation, we are going to see Singaporean people who are born in Singapore but don't actually speak much English.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
right, which is true. Like, I hope everybody continues to use English and have that be part of the culture. I don't know how you feel about that, but if my daughter is like everything's proper and just throw in a la or something like that lah.
Yeah. Need to learn how to code switch.
It's part of us, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about your One Shiok Thing, man?
My One Shiok Thing is last week, I think last couple of weeks, there was a big controversial podcast, right? By the Nelk boys, which they used to be a bunch of like pranksters and everything, who also started a podcast. And last week they actually got to interview Benjamin Netanyahu himself, right? And since then they've received a lot of flack, a lot of people calling them like morons, how dare you platform, a war criminal and things like that, right? The interesting thing is that they've not like just doubled down on everything. Just 3 days ago, they actually then spoke to Bassem Youssef, right? I think Bassem Youssef is a
Egyptian.
The Egyptian who's been very, very vocal about medial portrayal of the Israel-Gaza war and everything, and not calling it genocide and all that, right? So they actually had him on an interview, and to their credit, they were very open to let him speak, and so for the most part, actually, like one of the Nelk boys barely even say anything. So people are like, that's when you're complicit in the genocide. That's why you're so quiet and all. Yeah. By the way, they let Bassem Youssef like really whack them. He also was like telling them, I'm not giving you guys a free pass on this, and you guys need to stop infantilizing yourselves. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just comedians. And you guys are 30 years old. People have families and do serious things, and you can't keep doing what you're doing and pretend like you're not absolving yourself of any blame when people call you out for it. So they actually allow him to just
scold them
and give his perspective, which this video has 1.3 million views since 3 days ago already, and he's interesting.
Bassem Youssef is pretty solid. He's a heart doctor turned comedian.
Yeah, correct.
Which was insane. His whole rise to prominence, you know how he rose to prominence, right? During the Arab Spring, then he left Egypt.
Yeah.
So recommended podcast.
Yeah, recommended to, if you can also listen to the Netanyahu one and then listen to this.
Yeah.
And then sort of understand the perspective from Basim Yusof and why influencers don't get a free pass on certain things that they choose to do. So
cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. My one Shiok thing is, I mean, like, as you know, I'm a fan of the barefoot shoes. The one is like a toe sock kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the Vibram 5 fingers.
Yeah,
so I've been using my current pair for like 2 years, and I want to get a new pair, but the prices are nuts.
Yeah.
Then I was thinking, oh shit, are there a lot of people who review this kind of barefoot shoes? And I found one channel that's not bad.
Which one?
It's called Sons of Sever.
Oh.
I mean, it's two brothers from Utah. And you watch it, I won't be surprised if they are huge fans of the Sydney Sweeney ad.
Yeah.
But the reviews for shoes, not bad. And it tends to be, the barefoot minimalist shoes, which I like. But I think actually a bunch of other shoes also. And yeah, they upload quite regularly. Not the biggest channel, but I thought, interesting improvement. It helped me think about, what do I want next?
So is this the kind of shoes that for people who just prefer to just be barefoot everywhere?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's true. Oh my god, I'm getting the PTSD again. But this is exactly opposite to my freshman year experience. Yeah, two white guys from Utah who believe in going barefoot. It's come full circle. Oh my god.
And you're like, this is my one Shiok thing.
Yeah. But I mean, they believe in going barefoot, so I'm all for that, man.
Yeah.
So cool. Sweet.
Cool.
Okay, awesome. That's the end of the episode. We got a few interesting guests coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So remember, you can follow us on social media. Tell someone who has not heard about us, about our podcast. You can sign up for our newsletter called Your Little Bit, all at yalabat.com. And if you want to work with us,
please email us at contact@ministryoffunny.com or just check out ministryoffunny.com.
Awesome. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll talk to you all soon.